Hi fellow 90k acres and welcome back to the channel. So this is the part 2 video of the 45 policies of the game. And I'm going to start the video with this 2 policies, the exquisite architecture and the prosperous hub. So the exquisite architecture, what this policy does is it gives you an additional buildings like the forts, quarry, or sawmill buildings. So the question is it good? Well, for me, the +2 additional building is good enough, because one level 4 plot gives you 60 res per hour, and we have 2 buildings, so we get 120 res per hour. But also bear in mind, getting 1000 res per hour is the base minimum res for this game. So you getting 1k res per hour very early in the game gives you a huge advantage compared to others who doesn't have 1k res per hour. Next, we have the prosperous hub. This policy, well, for me, I can only heal for 1 time, and I can only heal 9 strong soldiers, and that's it. Because the next time I get wiped out, I consider it a defeat since I won't have enough res to revive my soldier then. Plus, the cost for reviving your soldier increases every time you revive them. So having this policy won't do you any good, since you won't be having enough res to revive your soldiers. So overall, this policy is a nanny. So next we have the 3 Mongols, the quarry, the sawmill, and the farm moguls. So any of these mogul buildings is good to have anytime, anywhere in the game, since this policy gives you free iron and XP scrolls every now and then. So it's pretty much a handy-dandy policy to have in your pocket. Next is, we have the heart of protection. This policy is also one of the best policy to have in the game, as it offers +3 tower levels to your current tower levels, and even if your tower is at max level, which is level 20, this policy will bypass that and still gives you +3 tower levels. So next is, we have the talent gathering policy. This policy gives you +3 training queue, but is it good? Well, I'd normally say not. The reason being, you can train 6 soldiers right before you sleep at night and when you wake up in the morning. Next is, well, this policy is, I would say, a much better policy than the talent gathering policy. This is because the higher the soldier's level, the more it requires time to train. So this policy is very good when training high-level soldiers. Next, we have the rapid march policy. This policy, I would say, is a great policy, and it's a must policy for diggers. The term digger in this game is the player whose role is to dig to the enemy target, or dig to defend their leader to form a circle of protection. But you can also get this policy even if you're not a digger, and it's still a good policy to have. And next we have the warrior's mindset policy. This policy is good, but I don't think it's necessary to get this policy, unless your union is an aggressive union and wants to wage war very early in the game, like in the 2nd or the 3rd day. But I think this policy is not really necessary, but I don't know, I never tried this policy, and I can still manage to ready my main army before war breaks out. But if you're looking for an advice, then I'd say, don't get this policy if you're a chill and relax player. This policy is only good if it's your union who gets this policy. That way all the members will get this policy and there will be a synergy effect in your team. But then again, if half of the members in your union is AFK, then it's not really helpful to get this policy. So in the end, it's really up to individual players how to use their policy to match their own gameplay. Alright, next we have the expansion protocol. And yes, this policy is one of the best policy in the game, since this policy will give you an additional army capacity which works best if your union gets this policy. So all your members will have +1 army capacity. And next we have the abundant res and the rekindled policies. The abundant policy is not really important, and it's actually a nanny policy in my opinion. This is because once you're done with your soldier upgrade and exclusive equipment, what you want to do is support your teammates by giving your remaining materials. This way your chance of winning the game increases, then you hoard all the materials to yourself, but loses the game. And for the rekindled policy, well, this is one of those policies that is good but not really necessary, unless you're planning to get the blacksmith title. But then again, we have 2 new equipment, the radiant plate armor and the 1k tempered blade. This equipment requires tempering or recasting or washing in order to get stronger, but the question is it worth it? But I don't know if it's worth it, I never tried. And next in our last 2 policy for this video is the super bounty and the bountiful harvest. These policy is as always the best policies to get anytime, anywhere in the game, especially if when you get this policy early in spring so you can really take advantage of the season effects and boost your res output with this policy. So that's it for this quick video of the part 2 of the in-game policy mechanics, so thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet on my channel.